what is this I'm hearing about Microsoft? Finally going to get it right after all these years. Buying developers, and actually caring about their consumer. Out of all these years, this is the time to do it. After what, Xbox 360, out of 4 generations, this is the generation, the 4th generation is going to be the one where they finally care about the consumers. Despite the fact that there's no history of them doing it in the past anyway. It was always about money. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. That's one of the topics, and then I'll leave it for the end of the video. This is my personal thought. I really do think, I'll give you a little taste of this at the end of the video, from the end of the video. I personally think that Microsoft, this Project Scarlet, I feel like they're going to make some sort of tablet hybrid. They know that you're not going to use your phone as a touchscreen to play console-based games. So I really think that this Scarlet is going to be some sort of mobile Switch type device. That's what I personally think. It's going to be a cheap device, and it's going to it's going to actually supposedly catapult their xCloud, cloud-based gaming. But I'll say that for the end of the video. What I really do want to talk about is Fanboys, Xbots, specifically Xbots, because I feel like they're the worst kind of fanboy you could ever get into a conversation with. They're just terrible. They're absolutely terrible. They have every excuse in the world for you to feel sorry for this fucking company. Oh, give them one more try. It sounds like a fucking Biggie Smalls album. One more chance. Give them one more chance. I'm not giving them one more chance. They're a fucking company. You work for me. The fucking company works for their consumer. There's a fine symbiote balance between the actual company and the consumer. And for some reason, somehow, some way, they brainwashed. I don't even know how they fucking did it, but they brainwashed their fans into thinking that they're enjoying themselves, into thinking that everything that Microsoft is doing is innovative and it's for the betterment of their consumers. I don't get it. I'm on a roundtable podcast, right? Great podcast. If you haven't watched it, watch the shit. It's really good. It's good. It's good shit. There's an assortment of personalities on there. You know what I mean? And one of the things that keeps popping up is the negativity that Microsoft faces in the gaming community, and that we should actually give them some sort of fucking chance. They had 17 years to crack at this gaming console, this gaming console industry, and they fucked up every single time. They were always about capitalizing on whatever the new hotness is in that fucking time frame. See, when they created the first Xbox, right, it was all about platformers. So they had their platformers, the Conker's Bad Fur Day and shit like that. Realized that wasn't working, so they jumped onto the fucking Japanese scene with Ninja Gaiden. That didn't work fucking either. So they finally got it to the point where, okay, fine, I got it. I think I know what we're doing here. They finally captured Bungie and released Halo, and the only reason why that worked out is because they wanted to sell their online service. They wanted to set the precedent. That's the only thing I just know about Microsoft, is the fucking paying online. But that's the only reason why they did that fucking game. So, and they've been always about that shit. Xbox 360 era further cemented this by creating this crazy online experience, right? They tried to mimic the PlayStation 2 era, Japanese developers, and then they tried to shoehorn this online community type situation with points and shit like that in Xbox Live. And then they moved from gaming to TV services because they realized the data that they received, that more people were actually watching Netflix than actually playing games, which actually changed the face of their next console. They thought that that's what their consumer wanted, and they sat there and they went straight for the TV and failed miserably. Listen, they don't give a fuck about you. So my question to the Xbox fanboys that will probably eventually find this video is, what is the attachment? What is the attachment? There's DNA for every single company out there, right? That I can think of. You know, Sony with quality, Nintendo with their wholesome, you know, content. And what is Microsoft's? What's their DNA? Xbox Live, an online service that everyone has at this point in time. What is it that makes you come back over and over again? What is it? What do you like about it? I hope it's not you had a good time with your friends and that's why you like Xbox. I hope it's not the case. They tried the power aspect, that didn't work. They did that twice, like idiots, and it fucking failed. And I don't understand your attachment. So you can leave in the comments if you were to contest this video. What the fuck is your attachment? What do you like about it? What do you like about it? What's because I know why I like PlayStation. I'm gonna be the self-proclaimed Sony pony and tell you that I like their single player aspect. I like their cinema type games. All their games resemble movies of some sort. And there was a mature aspect to all of the Sony games anyway. That's what Sony was pushing. Make it more mature. And with Nintendo, okay, fine. Alright, I like the wholesome games too. Make you feel like a kid again type shit. That's their DNA. That's them. They're doing what they're doing. Fine. But what is the Microsoft thing? Because they have no identity. They have no identity. There's no DNA. What is it? You tell me. You tell me what it is. And the funny thing is with the Xbox 2, the Xbots I should say, is that you have all the you forgive. It's like an abusive fucking relationship. You get your ass whipped and he'll do better next time. He'll do better next time. No, the nigga needs to be thrown in jail. He's good. Leave him the fuck alone. But you still fuck with him. Developers don't even want to fuck with Microsoft. They don't even want a piece of that shit. They've been trying to buy other people, other companies for development, and all of them said no. Rare got snatched without their approval, and then they all fucking left. They had no patience and time for that shit. So what they're doing now to shut up the fans is to get these bargain bin developers that are like basically like 100, maybe 60, 50 deep in terms of developers that's in that core thing, real cheap. Find them real cheap, snatching them the fuck up so they can sit there and say, oh, we bought it. And then they're going to do fucking what? They're going to do pay to play games. That's what they're going to do. Free to play games, excuse me. That's all they're looking to do. They're not looking to do anything else. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't have any honor. They don't have any of this shit. They don't care about you. I don't understand why you hold on to this company. It just blows me the fuck away. What have they done in the last 17 years besides incorporate an online price that made the gaming industry better? You tell me. Because they're always looking to suck you dry. Always. It's always looking for that coin. No loyalty at all. But the fans are. The Xbots are real loyal. They're loyal as shit. They're like fucking Eagles fans. Also, the last thing I want to talk about is this whole like Scarlet business. I truthfully believe, like, I'll touch on it a little bit and that's the end of the video. I like to keep these videos like 10 minutes. I don't want to overload you with all this shit. I really believe that they want to make a tablet. So you can have something to input the buttons with and all this other shit. And it won't cost that much money if it fails, and it can ride on the coattails of the Switch and shit like that. Let me know in the comments what you think about my video. Let me know what you disliked, what you liked about the video. If you liked it, a sub would be appreciated, or a like.